Hello and welcome back here on my English YouTube channel about my Lego City project called Brickworld. After the last update where we finished a very big building in the city, we're going to make another big update today. We're coming back to the old city here of my city and almost completely filling up all the gaps you can see right now here. So a lot of stuff is happening today, so stay tuned for today's update. First of all, we want to fix that big gap here. We first need to add some columns, then we can put on these 16 by 16 plates, these big plates in a dark bluish gray, and then we can work on our cobblestone technique on top of it. So adding everything in, then we can add another kind of layers of plates in different colors. And before all of that, I'm going to fix that little wall here. That's a little part that perfectly fits in here to close that little gap here in the wall, coming back to the normal grid. And here you can see all these different kind of layers I have added to make that cobblestone path a little bit uneven. So we have that little way up going in the city, which is going to be more pregnant and present in when we have the next table. But for now, we just need to fix everything here, so we can add a little bit more of greenery stuff here around the Hocus Pocus building, and then we can add all these little cobblestone elements, so a lot of tiles and plates and other little stuff like little plants. And then we have that very nice texture here on the cobblestone path here. It's a very big path. It's a kind of a little marketplace up here. So later on, we're going to add some more minifigures, some other stuff. And as you can see, we have reached the edge of the table. So that big gap is now closed. And here I'm going to add another maybe market stand. And here some tables or stuff like that, so that people can sit here on the market, on the festival, eating, drinking, having fun, stuff like that. And but first of all, we have really finished that, so we can go to another place. That's the building here. On that side, I want to work a little bit more on that building, adding more windows, more of the wall as far as I can go with the parts I have here. And I decided to make some golden parts in that building to have a little bit of a different styling. So the last building. That's how it looks from the front, from the view of the potential visitor of my city. And as you can see on the left side, I have added more minifigures, and they are going to see that in a moment from the other side, but I really like the look here. Coming from that side, it also looks much more better with the filled gap here. And as you can see here, I have added that little stand here with a guy who is selling sausages. We have 13 new minifigures now, 968 minifigures in the city. And it's a place that became a place full of life, full of that festival life. We have that guy here with his flute and his maybe a snake. And just more minifigures here. Then here's the table, or two tables with some different kind of people eating, drinking, having fun. And that's how I want to make it look when we are going to add the next table on that area, which is months in the future. But then we are going to make that place here a little bit bigger, having maybe some live music and stuff like that. So that kind of festival character comes more to life in the old city. But for now, we just want to finish up everything to the edge of the table, which is very important for me to fill up all these big gaps we have left. And that was one of the biggest gaps. On the other side of the building, we just worked a little bit on, that's that side. I want to remove a little bit of that greenery stuff and adding another path going up here in the city next to that building. So, at that location. So we have removed that greenery stuff there, and to make some space for our new way here going up. And then it looks like that. As you can see, it's the same working style I did on the other side, adding some columns, putting some bigger plates on it, and then we can put some different kinds of plates for making that way going up, not too fast, but so the people can walk up without having too much problems. And there's also going to be the entrance to the building on that side. I'm not sure if we're going to do that on today. And later on, we're going to add here on the left side some greenery stuff, a tree, for example, and parking slot for one car. Here's the entrance area. I added these little steps, so you can see we're coming in with 3 steps on the right height. Here's, by the way, the end of the modules, so the steps are outside and the building itself on the next module, but that's no problem because it perfectly fits, because we do not need any connection between the steps and the building itself. Looking up from above, we can see that a lot of stuff has happened today, and I really like how it looks much more like the image I had in my head, and I really, really like it. I hope you like it too, but we are going to add some other stuff for today's update. As you can see here, I just talked about it. I added that parking slot here for the car here, because I really want to make sure that you can see that the old city is not completely only for people walking around, but also there's a connection to the modern city. There are cars inside, so there's a parking slot for the maybe one guy that is living in that building here, maybe that guy that is walking here to the door. Now we have 3 new minifigures, so we have now 971 minifigures, going fast to 1,000 minifigures. And I can already say that the 1000th minifigure is going to be one special minifigure, but that's a little bit in the future. So yeah, by the way, here's just started to work on the missing parts here. There's going to be a tree in another update. And on the left side, there's going to be the rest of the city wall. There's going to be a bigger part, a kind of tower. And yeah, but for today, I think we did a lot of stuff. I used a lot of parts in today's update, and I think we are on the right path to making that old city look like I want to have it. And as always, feel free to write everything you have in your mind, your comments, your ideas, everything into the comments under the video. And I'm just showing you some final views here from how it looks at the moment here in the old city. Of course, there are still some little gaps, the biggest gap here on the left side next to the car, but you also need to finish these parts here of the city wall, also the crumbled part on the right side. There's still a lot of stuff to do, but we're going to finish all of that in the very near future. And if you're following the German channel, you might know already that everything here is already done on the German channel. It's coming soon here on the English channel, but it takes a lot of time for me to do the videos twice, because once in German and then another one in English. I have to redo a lot of the stuff, not building of course, but talking and already all of that stuff. But I'm on it. I really want to get with the English channel to the point that we are not so far behind the German channel, but it's not so easy at the moment because I have a lot of work to do. And yeah, just some final views here from the city, and so the old city. And I really, really like the views here that are coming together now with all the last updates, filling gaps, finishing buildings, a lot of stuff. And I really, really like it. I can't say it often enough. And I really hope that you like that final view of today's work. So stay tuned for future updates, and bye.